Welcome to our in-depth breakdown of one of the most thrilling chapters in New Zealand cricket history. Today, we are diving into the action-packed final of the Women's T20 World Cup 2024, where New Zealand secured their first-ever title. This was a match filled with edge-of-your-seat drama, stellar performances, and historic moments. Sit back as we walk you through this memorable encounter where New Zealand triumphed over South Africa by 32 runs in Dubai. New Zealand came into this final under immense pressure, having only won one of their last 13 T20s before the World Cup. But as we often say in cricket, form is temporary and class is permanent. The Kiwis flipped the script and decided to bat first after South Africa won the toss and invited them to set the target. And oh boy, didn't they deliver! Suzie Bates, a veteran of the game, along with Georgia Plimmer, gave New Zealand a brisk start despite losing Plimmer early. Aibonga Khaka was instrumental in keeping the batters on a tight leash, removing Plimmer with a well-disguised slower ball. However, Amelia Kerr and Bates steadied the ship, counter-attacking to keep the scoreboard ticking. By the end of the power play, New Zealand had posted 43-1, the highest power play score against South Africa in this tournament. What an opening salvo in a final! Now, after a strong power play, New Zealand found themselves up against a disciplined South African bowling attack that applied pressure through the middle overs. Laura Wolvaardt brought on left-arm spinner Nonkululeko Malba, who bowled beautifully to remove the dangerous Bates with a smart delivery that bowled her as she tried to move across the crease. Then came a critical moment in the match. New Zealand lost Sophie Devine to a contentious LBW decision in the 11th over, and suddenly, South Africa looked like they were turning the screws. But just when South Africa thought they were back in control, Brooke Halliday and Amelia Kerr responded in style. Halliday broke a 49-ball boundary drought, sweeping Sunil Lewis for 2 consecutive fours, before Amelia Kerr joined in on the act. This partnership was pivotal in swinging the momentum back towards New Zealand. The last 4 overs were particularly punishing for South Africa, as New Zealand hammered 41 runs to push their total to a very competitive 159-5 in 20 overs. 159 was always going to be a stiff ask in a World Cup final, but South Africa had Laura Wolvaardt, their talisman and big game player, leading their chase. Alongside Tasman Brits, Wolvaardt made sure that the South African innings began with promise. 47 runs came from the power play without losing a wicket, and at that point, it seemed like South Africa was well in the hunt. But then came the turning point. Fran Jonas, the left-arm spinner, took a key wicket by dismissing Brits. The slow start from Brits combined with her dismissal derailed the momentum South Africa had built up. In stepped Amelia Kerr again, this time with the ball, and she immediately put South Africa under pressure. If the batting of Amelia Kerr was fantastic, her bowling was nothing short of spectacular. She first took out Wolvaardt, who had been holding South Africa's chase together. Kerr bowled a beauty outside off, tempting Wolvaardt into a false stroke that was caught by Suzie Bates. In the same over, she also dismissed Anneke Bosch, South Africa's semi-final hero, with the help of a sharp review from the Kiwis. It was the kind of double strike that not only dented South Africa's chase but effectively broke their spirit. From there, it was a steady collapse. South Africa lost Marison Cap and Nadine de Klerk in quick succession, and with them, any realistic chance of chasing down the target. The middle overs squeeze by New Zealand was masterful, and the lower order was left with too much to do. By the 12th and 13th overs, it was all but over. Rosemary Mayer and Kerr continued to chip away, and South Africa found themselves collapsing under the pressure. The required run rate kept climbing, and with it, the desperation of the South African lower order. Mayer picked up 3 crucial wickets, and the Kiwis' fielding was sharp, further choking the life out of South Africa's chase. South Africa eventually limped to 126 by 9 in their 20 overs, falling short by 32 runs. It was a historic win for New Zealand, their first ever Women's T20 World Cup title. Amelia Kerr was deservedly the standout player, excelling with both bat and ball, but this was truly a team effort that showcased New Zealand's resilience and hunger for glory. So what can we take away from this thrilling final? First, the importance of partnerships. Whether it was Amelia Kerr and Brooke Halliday with the bat or Kerr and May with the ball, New Zealand had key players stepping up at the right moments. They were able to seize the critical junctures of the match, while South Africa faltered. For South Africa, they will once again reflect on their near miss. 2 T20 World Cup finals in a row have ended in heartbreak for them. Wolvaardt and her side will wonder what might have been if they had applied a little more pressure in key moments or if they hadn't let New Zealand off the hook in those final 4 overs of their batting innings. But for now, it's all about New Zealand. They have etched their names into cricketing history with a performance that was full of character, fight, and brilliance. And there you have it, folks. New Zealand's remarkable journey from underdogs to champions, as they clinched their maiden Women's T20 World Cup title. This win not only marks a historic milestone for New Zealand cricket but also serves as an inspiration for teams worldwide, proving that anything is possible on the big stage. What a week it has been for New Zealand cricket. Amelia Kerr and her team have done their nation proud, and we can't wait to see what they bring to the next tournament. Until then, keep watching and keep supporting cricket. We'll see you next time. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more cricket analysis and match breakdowns. See you soon on the Square Cut Show.